Oh my God, people, stop it. The Jamaican accent is not an African dialect.
Hello my good people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it is your first time to be here with me, hit that subscribe button, of course comment, like and share. So in this video we are going to talk about an Asian lady, actually an Asian Jamaican lady who came up with a very interesting video. She is lecturing the Jamaicans and talking about how the Jamaicans are being ignorant. Watch the video and come and comment with me.
Ministry of Education, I have a bone to pick with you. Why are so many Jamaicans ignorant of their own history? Why so much dunce people in my comment section? Oh my God, people, stop it. The Jamaican accent is not an African dialect. The Jamaican accent, like everything associated with modern Jamaican heritage, is in fact the byproduct of the cultural melting pot that our motto embraces. In fact, in terms of cadence, it's most similar to an Irish accent.
I've been shook enough now, to be honest, since the racing. A bit tired now and the legs are like jelly, but yeah, I suppose we did a bit of celebrating and did the podium thing and got to put on the podium pants as well.
You see, as early as 1656, Oliver Cromwell ordered 2,000 Irish children to be taken to Jamaica and sold to English settlers. The extent of Irish immigration to Jamaica was so prolific in the centuries to follow that 25% of Jamaican citizens can claim Irish ancestry. And this includes Bob Marley and Marcus Garvey. So if you never know, now you know. Again, out of many, one people. Number one, Jamaica is not an African nation. It's not a black country. We identify as an ethnically diverse society. People, please just stop it. Out of many, one people, Jamaicans. We do not hyphenate and we do not encourage separation by race. Number two, this one's mine. This is my granny one. This one is my mom's. And this is grandpa. Yeah, it's hardcover. Grandpa died a long time ago. If you are planning a trip to Jamaica and you don't own one of these, you're going to have to book a return flight from where you came. These are the rules. I'm just laying it down for you. If you go to Jamaica and you don't have one of these, immigration will stamp your passport and give you a set amount of time that you're allowed to stay in Jamaica. And if you overstay, you're welcome. We put you back on a plane and we send you back. You, not me, you back to the country for which you came.
Jamaican, right?
Oh God, here we go. I know you're trying to take it.
There's ignorant Jamaicans.
The video going around of what appears to be a Chinese Jamaican woman really coming for black African people from Jamaica, particularly those of us who live foreign, yeah, in relation to issues of blackness, Africanness, and the possession of a passport or lack thereof. People are sending me this video and ask me what I have to say about it. And the reality is, I don't have nothing to say to she. Any non-African person from Jamaica or anywhere else in the world that has a problem with Africans from Jamaica, yard or foreign, asserting our Africanness and our blackness, that a feeding problem. This is not something that we should feel the need to justify, apologize for, or even explain, especially when you consider the colonial and neo-colonial experience of African Jamaicans and how that results in the migration of African Jamaicans, as well as the extent to which the colonizer attempted to sever us from a sense of heritage and a sense of culture. That alone tell you everything what you need to know about the mentality of the smaddy will make that the video there. So when I have nothing more to say about that except to affirm the teaching of Marcus Mosiah Garvey when Africans of his time were being challenged in relation to our affirmation and assertion of racial and cultural pride. Let contrary sentiments and cross opinions go to the winds. We are entitled to our own opinions and not obligated or bound by the opinions of others. Awo. Having said that, I was listening to Running African, hosted by Sister Kabo Ma'at Keru Wadeya, and she featured a story on some events and conversations that were taking place in Jamaica on this issue. Take a listen.
You notice that there is a big conversation going on here in Jamaica right now about Mark Golding and whether or not he's black or white. And you heard a response. Well, we have all kinds of people, because out of the motto is out of many one. So this is what we're hearing now, right? That, we have Chinese Jamaican, we have Indian Jamaican, and so on. And the person who was speaking, I think it might have been Mr. Morgan himself, called out every other race Jamaican apart from African Jamaican. That in itself was telling.
So it does seem, yes, that the African Jamaicans' assertion and affirmation of our Africanness does seem to make some people very, very uncomfortable. And we should be aware of this and what agenda it serves. But beyond that, make we assert our Africanness and our blackness without fear or favor. And not make nobody make you feel shame or make you feel like you do them something wrong when you assert your blackness and your Africanness. Our heritage and our culture cannot be bound by a passport and cannot be dictated to us by anybody other than ourselves if we are guided by the principle of self-determination.
Chinese Jamaican women is teaching Jamaican descendants their history.
Had comprehension issues, so we're going to try this again. There is a fundamental difference between Chinese laborers that were brought to Jamaica in the 1800s as indentured laborers and Chinese corporations linked to the People's Republic of China that is a communist government. So over here, we have these people, and they don't like these people, but they're the same people technically. So these people move from Yasso and come over Yasso with these people here. All right? These people soon come back. Now, when these people arrive, there are these people. As you can see, there's plenty Coca-Cola. We have ginger beer, Inca Cola, and orange cola. All right? Now, at first, these people didn't get along because they are separated by culture and language. But eventually, these people started to understand each other. And they're like, one day, hey, let's run a boat. So then these people brought their ingredients to the pot, and these people took from their culture and put their ingredients into the pot. This is out of many sodas, one stew.
Termination.
I'm so tired of this narrative. It is simply not true, and I don't know where it started. I don't know who is trying to create this propaganda that Africans don't accept us in the diaspora. It is not true. A great majority of them love us and embrace us and want us to come over there and connect with them. Sure, you have a few that may be saying, don't come over here, but I mean, it's one and two, and most of them are just not in their right minds. Just like you have piece of shit Jamaicans, but I'm not going around and saying, Jamaica is hell because you have a few people who aren't very nice. Check the comment section of the last video that I posted. It is full of comments from the continent, all over the continent. Even on Instagram, I have 50,000 followers on Instagram. About 90% of them are Africans. Africans love us, especially Jamaicans. Okay, maybe they don't like Black Americans so much, right? And you can understand, I love my Black American brothers and sisters, but y'all are hard to deal with sometimes, especially when you come to other places where other African people are. You come with your entitlement, you come with your attitude, you come with your complaining. Like, it's very difficult to deal with y'all because you're American, and that's just the truth. But we love in the same way, but it's not just hard to deal with. But Africans love Jamaicans. They love Jamaicans. Ghana, they act just like us. They actually act like us. That's how much they love us. Come on. And the rest of Ethiopia.
I just want to repeat the question. Are you Jamaican or African? The question in and of itself is inherently flawed and reeks of bad faith. Because one, Jamaica is a country and Africa is a continent. Secondly, when that question, are you Jamaican or are you African, is asked, the question is not about a ancestry, it's about a present day identity. Jamaicans are very much aware and claim their African ancestry. Many claiming the modern state of Ghana, claiming that the majority of enslaved Jamaicans came from the Gold Coast. while others lay claim to the modern state of Nigeria, claiming terms such as Red Evo and words like Uno being their rationale. And there's even a few who cite Sierra Leone as their ancestral place of origin due to the fact that many enslaved Jamaicans actually were sent back to Sierra Leone and the similarity between.
So my good people, I hope you've watched the video. Come, let's talk about it. So the Asian Jamaican lady is saying that the Jamaicans should stop being ignorant. They should stop acting like the Africans. And she says that Jamaica is not part of Africa. Is that even making sense? Okay, let us listen to her justifications. She said that the modern Jamaicans are a byproduct of the melting pot. Melting pot to means the mixed combos of the Jamaicans and other races. That is the Indians, the Asians, and so on and so forth. So my question is, if gold is molten, does it cease being called gold? Huh? From what she's saying, it means that the Jamaicans, having a mixed race, should stop them from having the common ancestor. That is the Jamaican. And second of all, the video mentioned that the Jamaicans should not be separated by race. I feel this statement is quite contradicting. You are contradicting yourself, because tell me why you are an Asian and you want them to stop acting like Africans. To mean the race is kind of separating you from the original ancestors that you are originating from. So saying that race should not separate you from your actual culture, it's kind of contradicting. I believe that separation is more of detaching from the original. Yeah. The thing the Asian lady complained about passport. If you're going to Jamaica, you must have a passport so that you can live there, and the time frame is very limited. You are limited to stay there, and if your welcome is overstayed, you are deported back to where you're coming from. This sounds very painful, because you are originating from that Jamaica and you're being deported after that given period. That is more of a limitation, but the issue of passport is more of like a standard procedure with the reason. So it happens all over the world. We should respect that. Even here in Kenya, if you're traveling to, let's say, Tanzania, there is a standard procedure that you have to follow. You have to state what you're going to do there. I mean, it's not all about racism in Jamaica. They're just following the standard procedures that is intended to protect the citizens. So let's not pin it on the Jamaicans and its government. Another important issue, she raised a question that goes by, why are the Jamaicans ignorant about their history? They are not ignorant, my dear. The Jamaicans are not ignorant about their history, in that they are well aware of the enslavery their ancestors went through. It was not a good thing. It was very traumatizing event. It is a traumatizing experience. Those people who are enslaved, the Jamaicans, they were very traumatized, and I mean is that the enslavement period left a permanent scar, but the advantages are there. I mean, the technological advancements, the advantages that came about with that enslavement are there, and we are very appreciative about it as Africans. So if we are unapologetic about being African, if it bothers you, then that should be your problem. You guys have to trust me on this. being an African is the most interesting thing to ever have in your entire life. I mean, the reggae music, the paintings, I mean, the Jamaican flag. Have you ever seen it? The color combination is just perfect. Every African has a taste on the Jamaicans. I mean, talk about the music industry, we can talk about the Bob Marley, Shensia, the Rebel Song. I mean, those are the most interesting music you can ever come across, and everyone is embracing it and dancing it. When you talk about the Jamaican cuisine, you'll find it in the central of Nairobi. People are admiring Jamaicans. So when you come here and tell us not to embrace the Jamaican culture, the Jamaicans are going to come for you. They are not going to like that. You are encouraging them, advising them to forget about the heritage they came from. It is not a good advice, if I may say. And being a Jamaican is a privilege. Thank you.